Okay, let's talk about letters of amends. In my survey of over 1,600 estranged parents at the University of Wisconsin Survey Center, one of the things I discovered was that for those parents, and this is true in my practice as well, what I've seen, for those parents who later have a reconciliation, it typically comes as a result of the parent writing an amends letter to their adult child. Now, a letter of amends is basically the parent's attempt to really try to empathize with the adult child, to try to speak to what the adult child's complaints are, to try to repair, to take responsibility, to find the kernel of truth, even if they don't completely understand what the adult child's reasons are, as many parents don't. It seeks to understand. It positions yourself as somebody who's reasonable, who cares, who's showing love, who has commitment to their child. So estranged letters of amends, rather, work because it shows how much you care. It shows that you're willing to take responsibility, that you're willing to do the hard work of not defending yourself. And when amends letters don't work, if a child is open to reconciliation and if the letter fails, it's typically because it doesn't go far enough. Parents say something like, well, I know I wasn't perfect. Well, saying I know I wasn't perfect is basically like saying nothing. Or worse, it's like saying to your kid, well, you think I should have been perfect. These kids aren't complaining that the parent wasn't perfect. They're complaining that there was behavior that the parent did that bothered them that you have to really understand, even if it doesn't square with your own self-perceptions. So letters often fail because they don't go far enough. They're qualified, or they're defensive, or they blame the child. Well, you had ADD or learning issues, or difficulties, or it blames the other parent. Well, your dad left early, or your mom, had all those issues, or your husband doesn't like me, or your wife doesn't like me. As soon as you blame anybody else, it just looks like you can't take responsibility. You have to show that you can have courage and take responsibility. In some ways, the braver you are, the more you're going to get on your child's radar. The more defended, explaining, etc. you are, the more you're going to look like you don't really care, even if you really do. But you're just going to look like you don't actually really care. So what are some common beliefs that interfere with parents writing a good letter of amends? Well, the first and most common is that I didn't really do anything wrong. Well, first of all, if you've been parenting, you did things wrong. I mean, I did things wrong. Every parent I know did things wrong. So to sort of start from the premise that you didn't do anything wrong you're already off on the wrong foot. So it's better to tell yourself that I didn't do anything wrong enough to deserve this. So we have to distinguish between self-dialogue and the dialogue we have with our child. It's fine to tell yourself you don't deserve this, it's other people's fault, the kid was difficult, whatever. But if you really want your child to pay attention to what you're saying, it really has to be much more about the things that you are taking responsibility for, not that you're trying to direct the blame away from yourself. Another common reason that parents don't write really good amends letters is that it's just too painful to face it. It's too hard to say, yeah, I get it. These are the ways that I failed you or let you down or hurt you or caused you to have some of the problems that you're having in life. No parent likes to feel those feelings. They're really crappy feelings to feel. But the more you can actually just say it in a very direct way, not only is it good for your child in terms of their believing that you're sincere, it's ultimately better for you as a parent. Because the more that we kind of keep things in the dark, the more that they grow in the dark. The more that we can just kind of let it out there and go, yep, these are my failures. These are my character flaws. I'm not proud of them. I can see how they were problematic to you. Not only is it better for your child, it's also better for your own relationship with yourself. It actually moves you closer to self-acceptance rather than away from it.